Blog Talk Radio.
Well, good day, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Hello, beloved gods and goddesses, and welcome to another Zorra of Hollow Earth call. So, hope all of you are doing well and staying balanced and centered. And let's go ahead. We've got a really great show for all of you today. And I do have a couple of announcements to make, before we get started. And I bring in Zaraya so Zaraya can say hi to all of you. So we have our call today. We have a wonderful special guest, and I will introduce him when the time comes, and that's Dr. Jerry Shaw. And then we also, just so you all know, especially if you're online, unmuted? Oh. I don't think, you can't hear me, Zaraya? Oh. Oh, here, hold on one second. Sorry about that. Here, I've got you unmuted now. All right, there you go, Zaraya. No, I wasn't unmuted. I wasn't muted. We had you muted. So anyways, all right, so in regards to this calls for today, we have our special call today, and then we also have another call today. And this is something that we invite everyone to come to, and this is a special call with Jared Rand, and Zorra, and that's today, and that's at 2:30 Pacific time, 3:30 Mountain, 4:30 Central, 5:30 Eastern. We will all be joining Jared on his call. So and I'm going to reiterate this or repeat this again at the end of the show. The conference call today at 2:30 Pacific, which is 5:30 Eastern, is going to be dialing in to Jared's conference call line, which is 605-313-5141. Again, it's 605-313-5141, and the access code is 303471 pound. 303471 pound, and that is this afternoon. So we have a busy day, and of course we have another call on Sunday. So for all of you that have not had a chance don't receive our newsletters, it's on Sunday, and it's at 1:30 Pacific time or 4:30 Eastern time. So just kind of look out for that. Get back to our Blog Talk Radio show at 1:30 Pacific and 4:30 Eastern. I will be sending out another newsletter regarding the Sunday call. So that's going to be a super fun call that we have for everyone. Anyways, so let's go ahead and get started with our show. I guess I will, Zaraya is here. Maybe at this time, maybe Zaraya would like to say hi.
Hello, everybody.
Nice to hear your voice. Just a quick hello before I start our invocation meditation.
Okay. Hello, everybody out there in Zorra of Hollow Earth land.
Well, we have to go inside to make it Zorra of Hollow Earth land. But we're still so happy that you're here on the surface with us, going through this whole process and going through this whole path and journey with you and your dad as being a part of it and guiding us and assisting us on our ascension path. So thank you for that. So I'm going to go ahead then.
Go and do the invocation. You get that out of the way.
Okay, and we'll get started after that, and we'll bring you back in.
Okay, fine.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and mute Zaraya again so we can go ahead and move forward. There we go. All right, everybody, you know what to do. Let's go ahead and just find your place, special place. whether it's on a chair or on the floor. And I'll go ahead and begin to slow down your breathing. And let's go ahead and do that together. Many of you I know can really feel the intense energies that are flowing in through you and through everything on the surface. And it goes all the way down into the center, Hollow Earth. So every time you do this now, it becomes easier and easier to really go within. We just have to take the time for a bit of quietness and silence and just go in and take some easy, deep breaths as we quiet our minds. So let's go ahead and do that together. Breathe in on the count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. And relax. 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. And relax more and more, deeper and deeper. Feeling your body relax. Breathing in again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Relax more and more, letting go of all the aches and pains, all of the chatter, all of the thoughts about what you're going to be doing today, and just relax your entire body. And you can feel the energies, and just now breathe easily, feeling and your eyes closed. And as you do this, some of you will be feeling some tingling sensations from your head all the way down to your fingertips, all the way down to your toes. This is what is happening now more magically, more easily, just only if you just take a few minutes, whether it's 15 minutes or half an hour, of just being in the silence. More easily done as well when you're out in nature and there's no disturbance, or in your sacred little place where there is no noise. So everything else is just all about going within and feeling more feeling of peace within and quietness within. So let's go ahead and get started. We are, as we say in unison, and you can say within yourself, I am presence. That I am is your connection with Source. It is your connection with your higher self. It is your connection with your Christ consciousness. I am my I am presence. We breathe light. We breathe love into our heart centers. We are temples of love and light. And we call forth the full power of the violet flame of Saint Germain, of love of forgiveness to transmute, transform all of the causes and the core effects, habits, programs of the past, records and memories of every thought and feeling and word or action we have ever expressed in any time frame or dimension, known or unknown, that reflects anything that is associated with such things as poverty consciousness, victimhood, we've all been there, separation, many have felt this, powerlessness, we've all been through this at one time or another, one existence or another, low vitality, much suffering in illnesses that we have all suffered, disease, misuse of male or female energy, misuse of power, self-hatred, feeling shame, belief in being bad, not good enough, not deserving, fear, great fear and rage, galore, blame, negative judgments of ourselves and of others, prejudice also, attachment to people, lack, extreme lack and limitation of any kind. And letting go of all of these. And with love and forgiveness as your personal and as our intention together, we blaze the violet flame. Feel that violet flame coming in from the top of your head and moving into your heart mind and moving out through every atomic and subatomic particle of who we are, and wave of precious life energy that you have, that we have, signatures on it in any place and time that reflects anything less than the infinite perfection of our goddess and God self, the infinite perfection of source connection that we are. Just take a moment right now and resonate and feel everything that you feel that you need to let go of, that we as collective need to let go of. Feel that in the very core of who you are and who we are as the oneness that we are. And so with great love, divine love, and forgiveness as our intention, we blaze that violet flame throughout. And I trust my God, Goddess Self, to transmute, to transform every speck of our being, of my being, into the highest divine love and light and great health and abundance. We ask our I Am Presence to fill this glorious space with the golden white light of Source's infinite, endless love and light and health and abundance we are. We are all of this. We are. In the name of our Goddess Self, Source, Prime Creator, Mother, Father, God, all of the Ascended Masters, all of the light beings, galactics and all. We accept this as accomplished, and we know it, and so it is. We are the galactic humans. We are. Breathe in. Beautiful golden white light from above coming directly in from source. Bring that through you and envelop also, as we do this, envelop it with beautiful, divine, pink, magenta light. The heart is the emerald light. Flow that in and throughout you, to all of the bodies and throughout into your aura. Let that expand out to envelop Terra Christa. Let it flow out into the cosmos as we now all connect with the infinite love and light that we are all connected with now as we are all one. Thank you all for this wonderful moment that we are all in. Breathe in again one more time. You are all now in beautiful 5D and above. Connect and know this is who you are. At every moment, live this. Another deep breath in as we all smile. And we are also very grateful for this moment in time, for our being able to connect with each other. And so now let's go ahead and bring in Zaraya and Zorra too. Zaraya? Hello?
I'm here. I'm here.
Yes, beloved light and love from Hollow Earth, we welcome you and your dad to be here with us today. And I know you have a couple of wonderful messages for us today as well. So take it away.
Okay. I'm going to read a couple excerpts from the messages from the Hollow Earth to the people of the Earth. I've had a lot of people ask me, how do you communicate with Hollow Earth beings? And Nikos in the Library of Portologos gives the answer to that. Greetings, our brothers and sisters of light on the surface. We reside inside your precious earth, ever ready to communicate with you. We have been here for hundreds of thousands of years, awaiting for this glorious day to appear, when we could begin our communications with you on a regular basis. The time frame is now. All whose intent is pure can now connect with us through your heart flame. For we have the same flame in our heart as you do. It is the one flame of the Creator's divine spark of life. We are all connected through our heart flames, lighting up the world by our linkage. As we turn our connections on with each other, our auras become generators and transmit our light out into the universe, where all can see it, and we exponentially light up the whole earth. This is what our oneness does. It lights up the earth, carrying it to a higher level of consciousness, which in turn moves us all higher up in the ladder of evolution until we are catapulted into the next dimension, where we will find ourselves automatically linked to everyone and everything. Our heart connection is the key that opens up the universe and lets us in. And once in, we are forever united in consciousness as one. So as you connect to us, you connect to everyone, everywhere, through us. This is how universal linkage works. So link with us as we link with you, and you will be linked to the stars. I am Miko speaking to you from the library of Portologos inside the Hollow Earth beneath the Aegean Sea. We have gathered around you now, sending you our love and our deepest longings for reunion with you and the surface folk. We have established this link with you in your area of New York to connect us with your part of the country. We have done the same in other locations so that when the time of our emergence comes, we will have specific persons in specific locations we can physically make contact with. This is most important at this time as our emergence becomes more and more possible as each week passes. So we humbly thank you for meeting with us each Sunday, as this strengthens our connection with each channeling session. We leave you for now and will continue our dialogue next Sunday. We send you our love and bolster your hearts with our energies through the week between our channelings. Points of emergence, questions and answers. How many locations will you be emerging from? Answer. Know that there are many locations on the planet that are designated as points of emergence. We will not elaborate on them as there are just too many to elaborate on. Points of interest, points of emergence, of course, are entranceways that open up onto the surface from below, from where we will emerge. All camouflaged at this time, and some of them have not as yet been designated. Some entrance points will change in time. We are still in the process of clearing tunnels and haven't been used for many decades, and clearing entranceways of piled up debris. Our points of emergence will not be finalized until the day we emerge to accommodate the swiftly changing mass consciousness of people on the surface, and to accommodate last moment contactees. Can you tell us where some of those entrance points are located? Answer. There will be points of entry in every country on the globe. We don't as yet know the exact locations until we know who the contactees are. But yes, Austria, Australia, Switzerland, Greece, and Germany are most definitely included, as is Mount Shasta in California, Pacifica in California, Rochester, New York, Hawaii, Washington State, Illinois, and Texas. As we have spoken before, the locations are just too numerous to name them all. But rest assured that we will be emerging around the globe, and you can picture these points by imagining the globe dotted with sparkling diamonds, and whenever you cast your gaze, you will see sparkling lights dotting the landscape. These lights are entrance points on the surface, camouflaged until the very moment of our appearance. How can one sign up to be a contactee in these locations? Just ask, and you are chosen. It is that simple. Know that nobody is ever chosen for anything. Everybody chooses themselves for whatever it is they want to participate in. This is universal law. When someone asks to be a contactee, that person already has been chosen by the very act of the asking of the question. How do you know if there is a point of entrance where you live? Know that if you ask to be a contactee, your locality is then designated as one of our points. What will be the signs of your emergence? When the time of our emergence is right, there will be many signs for you to heed to. You will feel our presence surrounding you. Your sense of feeling that you are about to be contacted will heighten. You may even hear our thoughts as we try to reach you telepathically. But rest assured that you will clearly know that we are about to embark on our trip up to the surface. After one has signed up to be a contactee, what would be the duties prior to and after the physical contact with you people? After one has signed up to be a contactee, all information and responsibilities that this person will need will be given in a dream state and ready to access when we begin our emergence. They are like codes that will fire off at a precise time so that each person in each locality will know exactly what to do, how to do it, and when to do it. And you will know everything you need to know, and the information will reside within your etheric body where it will be safely kept until the time of our emergence. We don't have to do any thinking about what your tasks or responsibilities will be, for you will be inner directed and inner guided, and you will feel our presence and feel our guidance, coupled with your inner codes firing the information to your outer mind at the exact moment necessary. All that you need to accomplish your task as one of the contactees will be already within you. The rest assured that you will have nothing outwardly to do to prepare for this time. When you will be helping us by serving as one of our contactees. But you do have something inwardly to do to prepare for this time, and that is to open your heart and feel our love streaming to you. Merge your heart with this current of love and connect with it in your heart space. We ask all who read these pages to do the same, whether or not they have volunteered to be one of our contactees or not. Okay, that's information about the emergence time.
Beautiful. Thank you very much for that, Zaraya. I'm sure that your father will as well kind of tag on his own thoughts regarding the emergence and all of that happening. So in the meantime, could you want to just kind of share with us what your message is for everyone for today?
Well, my message is cancel out all of this negativity that is surrounding you. What I mean by that is stop listening to all of this fear-mongering news broadcasts about the spread of the virus, because that's all it is. It's just rumor. It's not actual, factual. So you need to get out of that. You need to stop listening to negativity and surround yourself with positive thinking people. You don't want to be in any negativity whatsoever, because that draws down your vibratory level that you're at right now, which is 5D. So you don't want to be pulled back down into three-dimensional thinking. That's one thing, that's a big letdown right there, because when you do that, You pull your vibrations down back into 3D thinking, and then you get frustrated, and then you get upset, and then you start complaining, and then you start sending us horrific emails, which we don't want to read. So stop doing that, because we will not read them. We will not respond to them. Keep it positive. Positive communications with us through email will be responded to, but nothing negative is going to be responded back to, because that just feeds the fire. We don't want that. We want to put the fire out. So just remember, take this, what's happening right now, as bringing your families together, which is what it's doing. You're sort of shut in, captive audience, so to speak, but your family unit is becoming more enforced, more fortified. So use this time and as an opportunity to bring your family back together. So that's my message.
Wonderful. Very good message. So I think since we have, I'm the clock watcher. So let's go ahead.
I know, dear.
How about we bring your father through? While you do that, I'm going to just kind of tag on a little bit to what Zaraya just said for everyone, and that is to be able to. This is why we're here. Again, it's always a reminder for each of us, because when we come together, for many of us, this is the only time we can get a chance to really be with like-minded people, and because everyone around us, whether they're family or friends or whatever, they are still very, very asleep. And remember also that that's why we're here. And even though it can frustrate us, if we let their energy into our heart mind, and then that's why a lot of people that are empaths, take on that same energy, and then they get depleted energetically. So it's always to be that force of light, to know the difference as far as what is happening, and that what your mission or your intention is to be able to transform all that is around us. For all of us together, we are growing in masses as far as the number of light workers there are. As these immense energies continue to really pour in, the more people become more aware and become more open to new information, of which this COVID virus actually is doing that for people. More and more people are recognizing in their own minds that, hey, it isn't as bad as they say it is. I can feel it. I haven't been with anyone that has had this. For a lot of people, why do we have to have the mask? So soon, more and more, and many people still have to adhere to the policies of their particular state or cities, etc. And it's all about being able to accept that, to be able to accept them, and not to place judgment. So, and with that, when you see that, it should empower us to send more love and more understanding and more compassion for what is there. Because the more we do that, we will be able to transform this earth, transform humanity into the love and light that we all are, because we are in this ascension process. So, all right. Zorra, I'm sure Zorra is here already.
Indeed.
All right, Zorra, take it away.
All right.
I thought maybe if you started with your message, Your message first. Excuse me, Zorra. Your message first before we get into the nitty-gritty of, stuff.
Uh-huh. Indeed. Well, my message is to, very shortly, you're going to get what you call an announcement from your government. The announcement is going to be what is called a farce or a fake, what you call not true statement, and the content of it will be this: that they have a cure, they have what is called a vaccine or an inoculation, and that everyone must take it to alleviate the virus, to get rid of it. And that is, understand, that will be your understanding, that you do not want to take the inoculation. You do not want to take the vaccination. It is not a cure. It will give you the virus. You do not want to take it. You don't want to give it to your children. You don't want to take it for yourself. You simply say, I'd rather not. And you, because you still have the right. This is not what you call a controlled government where you must do what they say. You have the right to say no. But if you are in what you call in 3D understanding and thinking that this inoculation is going to be good for you and things of this nature, we cannot stop you from taking it. We can only advise you not to. So that is what I will tell you on that matter. But there will be an announcement given by the prospective governments that they have a vaccine, they have a cure for the disease, for the virus, and that everyone needs to take it. Because if you do, you will be cutting your lifespan but drastically in half or more than that. Anyway, so enough said for that.
Excuse me, Zorra?
Yes.
I do.
Yes.
I think that some of us already have heard that the person or the organization behind the vaccine actually is Bill Gates. Did you want to confirm that? And I thought he was already put away.
Well, he does have what you call lower, what you call people in selective offices and such that can still bring forth this, even though his absence is confirmed. But he still has a large, what you call, facility that will be bringing forth this vaccine or what you call cure for the virus. But
so
because
when
you
is the
do not
real
want
truth,
to take
Zorra?
it.
Right. So when is the real truth going to be coming out regarding this virus and that people really should not follow and take the vaccines? When is that going to come out?
Well, understand, until something comes out already, then there's no what you call guidelines or whatever to follow until it has been released. So I'm giving you a forewarning.
So that is going to be coming out.
Well, it will be coming out,
right.
Yes. And it will be announced over the airways for everyone to line up to take the vaccine or to take the inoculation. And it will be what you call doctored up to make it look like it's all for your benefit, but it's not.
And how many people, Zorra, do you think are going to be we've got a population. This is worldwide, right? We're talking about worldwide, or are we talking about the United States?
It will start with the United States and go out from there.
Oh, okay. So in the United States, we have, I don't know, how many, 300, 400 million people. Of that number, how many people do you think will be taking that?
Too many.
Oh, and that's also probably a part of the depopulation as well, because many of them will just ascend.
Yes, they will.
And is that also, so if they ascend, obviously, their higher selves know whether or not they're probably in line then for ascension anyways, part of their sacrifice, so to speak.
Yes, of course.
Okay. Since we're talking about lower 3D information, if we're already, all of us presently who are listening to this call and other spiritual light workers that are out there, if we are all already and understand that we're in 5D, I guess, and then there's this enormous amount of energies that are continuing to really get stronger and stronger. When does that come where everything just kind of switches gears, from 3 to 4, just like in a car, so that we don't have to worry anymore about the cabal and all this craziness that's out there, the vaccines and all. I know it's going to be sometime this year, right? So I guess we still have some processing to go through for the 3D masses.
Indeed.
Did you want to elaborate, Zorra? No? Did you want to elaborate or not?
No.
No.
No, I think you have said it quite adequately.
Okay, well, I'm sure you'll have some questions later on. Go ahead,
Oh,
Zorra.
I'm sure.
I'll let you take over again. Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Understand, beloved gods and goddesses, you have what is called a slang term, cabal, for the governments, secret governments. They are coming to an end. As we speak, they are fast losing their support and fast losing their, what they call their control that they once had. And of course, how they once had it was through finance. And understand that their finances have been frozen by the prospective governmental powers that have uncovered their plan. And so all that is coming to fruition as we speak. You've heard people speak of a thing called the storm. Understand what the storm is. It's the saving of the children from the hands of evil and from those peoples who perpetrated harm onto them, several thousand, almost, over 50,000 children have been taken from tunnels from all the way from the U.S. Borders, from Mexico to Canada. And all these tunnels have been uncovered, and they have been what you call raided by the U.S. Marines, and they have taken out over 50,000 tortured children, babies, teens, and even some of them were deceased. So understand that all of this is ongoing during this pandemic, so-called pandemic going on. But they are, they are getting all of these tortured individuals out of the hands of those perpetrating the terror. So that is all taking place as we speak. And they are termed as cabal tunnels. And yes, they have all been seized by the Marines, and they have been raided, and they have been emptied, and then they have been shut down by means of explosives to collapse the tunnels once everyone was taken out. So that is being done.
So they've taken out all of the children now? Or is it still in process?
It's still in process. And as they empty out the tunnels, they are destroyed by the U.S. Marines. And so that is what is taking place, unbeknownst to most of you out there.
Excuse me, Zorra?
Indeed.
Talking about, if we can just kind of talk a little bit about Trump. Trump is now gone. He's now at Camp David, and he has put certain things into effect as of his leaving the United States. So, and we've heard, like in the past, that when he leaves and goes to Camp David, we're expecting some really wonderful things to happen.
Indeed.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking maybe you could tell us a little bit about what might be happening as he's gone. I guess one of the things that they're saying is that the Congress is going to be removed.
Well, understand much of Congress is involved in the what you call the pedophilia.
Right.
A lot of that, much of that is going to be shut down. People were asking, what is the reason for the children being taken and done things to? And it all comes down to what is called adrenochrome. Adrenochrome is a super drug obtained by drinking the blood of tortured children. And what that does is it reverses the aging process in some very higher up echelons of not just the government, but also of the entertainment world. Some of your very well-known stars were partaking of injections of this adrenochrome, causing their bodies to appear as being much younger. You were told that they were going under the knife, under what is called plastic surgery. As some of that is true, but a lot of it is not. A lot of it is the result of being injected with the adrenochrome. So that has been brought to an end. They no longer have access to the adrenochrome, and they are beginning to show their true age in their bodies.
Well, sure. Okay. Well, yeah, I think a lot of us already have seen, some of the movies already and information regarding that. So as part of our healing boost for today, we will send out more love energies to all of those that are affected, to all of those as well who are the perpetrators for these, because we want them to wake up, to understand exactly what they've done so that they can make the changes in order to be able to become part of the group that is going to be ascending. So on a positive note, Zorra, what is positive in terms of what's going on, the energies, the RV, that kind of message?
Well, on the positive side, of course, the Exchanges are in the process of being what you call designated once again, because of the what you call the shutdown of the facilities, and they are slowly coming back, being manned and in preparation for the exchange, or what you call the redemptions of the global currencies. So all of that is coming back into play, and so you should be hearing something about that very, very shortly. And
excuse me, Zorra. Quick question about the RV, since we're talking about that before you move into a different topic. And it's, people are still wondering. So has the Admiral? So 2 or 3 questions. Has the Admiral already begun their process?
They
Admiral's
have.
Group, because they're the ones that they have.
The Admirals
they
have begun their process. They have begun their process, but they are not complete with it yet. So
before we begin,
what you call even before the Admirals Group as a whole is been exchanged. They're in the setting up for that now. So there are people that are receiving notifications to come in on private, what you call redemptions, to have receive their funds. So that is beginning. Yes, it is in the process.
Okay, I guess we have just very recently, especially this end of this particular week, yesterday, today, is that we're getting word that we should be receiving notification, between now and Wednesday. I mean, it's that imminent. That's the reason why I asked if the Admirals Group already has, is in the process of really completing what they need to, so that we can begin, because we all know that it needs to be done. I mean, because of, we're still doing this this has to be done under the cover of the virus?
Well, that is how it is going, is how it is playing out, yes.
Okay. And then, so as far as, now here's the other thing that a lot of people need some clarification on. So we have heard for a while now, is that the people that have the dinar, is that they're the ones that are going to be receiving their exchanges first, and it sounds like that the Zim holders and Dong holders, the people that have the Dong are not going to get their sovereign rates, or they're not going to get their contract rates, and the Zim and it's not going to happen for a while. So could you just clarify all of that for all of us, so we know this once and for all what the truth is, what the rates, and when it's going to all come together?
The truth is that it's all going to come out as one global currency reset. I mean, it's inevitable for it to happen, and it is happening. Due to the what you call the breakout, as it was so termed, and now everything is starting to come back together as normality. And so look for that. And also understand that no one is going to be what you call elite in the redemption, or what you call going to get a better rate, or going to do this and going to do that. No, it's going to come out as it has been, as I have spoken of before. It is coming out together. It is not going to be separated in what you call denominations or countries. it's all coming out in one redemption.
Okay. Yeah, and so as far as the Zim and the Dong, are we going to be able to come in for the 1-to-1 for both the Dong and the Zim as well, or more? Oh, we are. So the 1-to-1 ratio for the Zim is all accurate. Okay. All right. Right.
All you have to do is you ask for you will not get it if you don't ask for it. You ask for the highest rate possible, or what is termed as the sovereign rate. If you have humanitarian projects, you'll want to ask for the higher rate. Because
the other
you have humanitarian projects.
So the other question, Zorra, that has been put into place also, or that we hear a lot of, is that there's going to be an 80-20, that we only will receive. I mean, I understand that 20% of 100 trillion. I mean, that's still trillions. But anyways, is that still holds? I mean, is that still hold? Like 80% of like 100 trillion, if it's a 1-to-1, still has to go to humanitarian projects, and we'll keep the rest of the 20%. As far as
the answer to that is, wouldn't you want to go and put your 80% towards a humanitarian project?
Oh, absolutely.
Wouldn't you want to do that? Of course you would.
Well, of course. But that's the whole point of the blessings, right?
And then the 20% is for your own usage, such as your immediate family and your loved ones and things of that nature. So wouldn't you want to do something like that? I would.
Well, I guess it depends on what the intention was in terms of why we are receiving this. And apparently it was a Zimbabwe who said, in order for you to, for people that have the Zim, if you want to be able to redeem your Zim, know that 80% of it is going to go towards humanitarian projects, starting at least with Africa and then throughout. Do we have a say-so in terms of where that money need to go, can go, or is that still?
Of course you do.
We do. Okay, good. All right.
You have a say-so where you want the 80% to go to. As long as it goes to humanitarian projects, that's all that matters.
Okay. And it matters also that people have the plans. Have your ideas on paper, and make sure that you have that, so that they know that you have already great intentions behind the fact that you want these rates.
Indeed.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Oh, okay. Hey, Zorra, I'm going to thank you for that. We'll talk with you again. I know that lots of people have lots of questions. We also, I'd like to bring in our two guests already that are going to be talking.
Go right ahead.
And so I'm going to go ahead and bring Dr. Shaw. So let's go ahead and go get your waters. I'll give you guys a minute or two as I bring in Dr. Shaw and his guest. Okay, so here we go. Where am I at here? All right.
I will put myself on mute.
Pardon? Oh, okay, so I was going to put, all right.
I said I'm going to put myself on mute.
All right, Shaw, thank you. Let me go ahead and bring in Dr. Shaw first. All right. And everybody knows Dr. Shaw. So let me do that. And he's excited to be on our show today. So, all right. Let's go ahead and bring Dr. Shaw in. And then I'll bring in his guest.
Hello, it's James.
Hello, Dr. Shaw, Dr. Jerry Shaw. You are live now on our Blog Talk Radio show. Thank you so much for being here. I think I should bring Dennis in now also and have him come and join.
Excellent. Excellent.
Okay, let me go ahead and do that. So I'm going to go ahead, bring him in. I will introduce Dr. Jerry Shaw, and as he begins to speak, then he will also introduce a guest that will be speaking as well. And so his name is Dennis. So let me go ahead and bring Dennis through, and we can go ahead and get started on this exciting show. So let's see. All right. So if we can get Dennis here.
Hello, this is Dennis.
Well, hi, welcome, Dennis. You are live right now. We're on our blog talk show. This is what we call Zorra of Hollow Earth website. And I also have Dr. Shaw, Dr. Jerry with us right now. And we are so excited. I'm all excited about what you two have to share with all of us, with all of our participants that are here, our family. So I'm going to just go ahead and, if you will, Dennis, I'm going to go ahead and introduce Dr. Shaw, and then Dr. Shaw then will just go ahead and bring you through, okay? So
sounds great.
To start with, everyone. Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you for being here. So everyone knows Dr. Shaw. Dr. Shaw has brought a number of fabulous products to our understanding and involvement with in the past, and especially in regards to the Sisal products and especially the age pill. And then, of course, the newest one on board is this Stemolytic, which is also an amazing product. And of course, we all know that Dr. Shaw as well is a wonderful light worker. He is all about heart. He's all about what he can do to help humanity to become healthy and to become wise. And he's very much into meditation, which many of us are. So we are very linked spiritually with you, Dr. Shaw. And we know that your background has always been, as far as in this dimension, in this realm, this plane, all about health and wellness. You've been involved for many, many years, working with many doctors, just like yourself and others as well, and being able to come out and with some wonderful products that we have all been familiar with. So with that, we really appreciate you very, very much, Dr. Shaw, or I like to call him Dr. Shaw, Dr. Jerry. We're very happy to have you here on our call. So thank you for that. So I'm going to go ahead and let you take it away. Thank you.
Thank you, Jane. Always a pleasure to be here. I look forward to it and really feel connected with you and your group. So I will say that you mentioned, bringing products to you. I can say this, after being in holistic and functional medicine for 40 years, it seems crazy, time has flown, but 40 years has taught, it's crazy. It's taught me a few things. And some of that is, how little we know, because you keep learning. You constantly learn, you constantly grow, you constantly adapt, because the knowledge is increasing as we get closer and closer to that place that we understand more and more what we need to survive, to live longer, to live stronger, to live better, and just more connected. And so this is the next step in that journey. And yes, the age pill was a really good step in that direction to help activate our stem cell Stemolytic to help get rid of and discharge the old dying stem cells that actually have become toxic. So these are all important steps for us to be able to thrive. But when I met my friend Dennis Brink, who's on the line today, he was telling me about his success that he was having in improving his quality of life with sleep, and then telling me about this brain product. And, I hear about all of it. And you have to sift through all of it, because there's good and there's bad, and there's people out there that are just, creating products to try to make money. So you have to have some discernment, lots of discernment. And so we had to get to the bottom of it. And what I found was a formulation that's had 34 double-blind, placebo-controlled studies. Now, that's the medical standard, and that's rare on products that are actually, kind of over-the-counter retail-type products. You don't find that very often, that prestigious medical institutions have studied a formulation. But because in the very beginning, the shocking results that were found with this formulation, that's why the next study, the next was conducted until $30 million in research has been done on this product called Brain Sense. And I know that the need for a brain product is great. I've known that for many years. I've known it pretty much ever since I've been in practice. We've heard we use very little of our brain, and if we could use more of it, we use somewhere between 5 to, some people, if they're really utilizing their brain, may use as much as 10% of your brain, its capacity. But if we could amplify that or just improve the function of our brain, we become amazingly better in all parts of our life, because truly it's the brain that controls all those autonomic functions that are going on 24/7, the things that we don't have to think about. Not to mention the link between, the spirit and all of that happens somewhere in those ephemeral realms that we don't know where deficiencies may cause lack. So if you can meet those needs and optimize the function at that level, that's important. And when I looked at the studies, I had to take notice, and then had to experience it. First of all, speaking with people that had changed their lives with it, and I spoke with people who not only themselves had changed their lives, but their children and grandchildren. And as I looked at the studies, I saw everything from autism to ADHD to bipolar to anxiety and stress syndromes to mood disorders, psychoses, insomnia, traumatic brain injuries, on and on and on, everything to do with brain. But when I looked at the formulation, I saw a brilliant formulation that is not easy to produce. That's why this same formulation that's been around for 27 years, actually, and it's still very, very little known. It's been mostly in the research community. Doctors use it. Over 1,200 doctors are using it because it just flat out gets results, and many people get off medications because of this. But what I saw when I saw it was a perfectly engineered formula for what our body needs to optimize on a cellular level. But the difference is it's micronutrient, meaning that it took 96 hours to prepare the process of the minerals in the product to get it to the right size, to get them to the size, that angstrom size, that passes in balance, because the balance is critical. That's the critical part. And many of us, because of our diet, and our American diet and stress and anxiety and all of the things that we need this for, many of us, because of those things, we have compromised ability to absorb. Our gut, in Chinese medicine, the gut, or at least the solar plexus area, is the center. It's like the lower brain. But it's the center of all of that autonomic nerves that control our digestion and other things that go on in the rest of our body. And the gut is so important and so challenged at this time because of everything that I just mentioned. So many people aren't absorbing properly. They have malabsorption syndrome, so they don't absorb nutrients in the correct balance. So many people are deficient in things, even if they're consuming them, because they're not absorbing them. So this particular product, Brain Sense, is designed, and that's what makes it different, to be able to pass easily through the gut wall. And it's a very sophisticated formulation, not only size, but the way it's chelated, organic molecules, so our body recognizes it and it does get into the blood. And then from there, it crosses the blood-brain barrier. Now, many people have deficiencies in the blood, and yet even things that they may have enough of may not get into the brain. So this formulation is brilliant at getting into the blood and then the brain. So that's why we're seeing these remarkable results. And the company has other products as well, but as I looked at the other products, they have a mangosteen product as an example. And when they took it to the manufacturer is one of the founders, and I'll let Dennis elaborate a little more on this. It's a group of individuals that saw the marketing world as literally being broken, and they felt obligated to come back and bring something that had common sense to it. And that's what they named the company, Common Sense. It's an interesting story. And maybe Dennis will elaborate a little bit on that. But as they came together, they had a couple of holy grails. And again, I'm going to pass a lot of this on to Dennis, but one of those is you never compromise on the quality of a product, because this particular formulation was compromised by people that were selling it and knowing how efficacious it was. They were selling it, but they cheapened it. They didn't use the quality that the original formulation and the studies were based upon. So these guys that got together not only went back to the original quality, the original formulation, and captured that, but going forward, they made sure they had the highest quality other products, like the mangosteen product, 4 times more effective than anything that has ever been on the market that has mangosteen, 4 times the xanthan, plus with reishi mushrooms and acai and bilberry and cranberry and beetroot and all kinds of great things. So they synergized it with other things. It's just an amazing company, amazing individual, bringing a paradigm shift to the industry that was sorely needed. Anyway, we have, and if I could at the end speak just a little bit regarding, some of my connection with you, Jane and Billy, and
sure.
we can, but I'm going to introduce Dennis now as the only person that probably could have introduced me to something new, because I was overloaded. But he's such a dear friend, heart connected with this guy, goes back several years, and we trust one another at that level of that heart connection. He's that kind of person. He's been through a lot in his life. He actually was in Vietnam, has PTSD, major combat-related stuff, and other traumas in his life that he reinvented himself because of that. And instead of giving up, many people gave up. That went through what he went through, they would just give up and be crushed by it. And he made himself bigger through it and more amazing, and yet he's super humble. And I can't say enough, so I'm going to stop because I would go on and on about my friend Dennis Brink. Dennis, really appreciate you being here, and I appreciate you telling me and bringing this to me.
Thanks, Jerry, and thanks for all that you shared, too. Yeah, my story's a little different than Jerry's. I think through the hard stuff that I've gone through in life, I've come to more of a peace of realizing that it's out of my weakness that real strength shines forth, out of humility that, we really begin to live from the place of brokenness. So I've been grateful for all the hard things that I've gone through in life, and Vietnam was certainly one of those. I was in a unit that suffered 65% casualties during Tet of 68. My company was closer to 75%, and we virtually just about didn't make it out. It was a miracle that we made it out. And I came back very messed up, and for a long time I never wanted to look at it again. Put it in a box, put it in the closet, lock the door, and pretend like it didn't exist. But eventually I did start to look at it, began to face the emotional part of how it affected my emotions, how it affected my mind, began to learn about it. But the nightmares have always been an ongoing thing. So night has never been, I'm just realizing now since using this product that I'm going and getting in bed and thinking, this feels so good to lay down. I remember feeling that way as a kid before Vietnam, but I don't think I've felt that way since, which has been kind of interesting to me that I'm looking forward to sleep now. And so anyhow, I've had these issues. I've been to the VA, and they said, well, we can give you high blood pressure meds for that, for the dreams, and we can medicate you with other things. And I said, I've walked with this for all these years, and I haven't gone to doing that. I don't think I want to start now. I'm going to keep trying to look around for some natural means and maybe try to learn more about just how it might still be affecting me. So that was kind of my posture. I have been taking vitamins all my life. My 98-year-old mother, who still walks miles to town and back at 98, still lives by herself, was always a big advocate of vitamins. And so I understood at an early age that vitamins, minerals, all these types of things were the building blocks of the body, and that they didn't heal anything, but the body could do remarkable things if we would treat it right. So I always just kind of took it at that face value that we need to take care of our bodies nutritionally. But I didn't always feel a result. And then I have 2 children that suffer from severe mental struggles, and that has been a really painful thing. And that was weighing on me. And it was at that time that a friend of mine, I got together with her, and she was telling me about these products. Now, I get hit up for products continually, and I was pretty negative to one more product that would grow a leg back on, in my mind. That's what I was thinking. But she said, Dennis, would you at least try them? Would you at least try them? And I said, well, I'll do that much for you. So she gave me some of their sleep product and some of the brain product and some of the mangosteen product. And I took the sleep product and the brain product that first night, and it was amazing. I slept all the way through the night. I had kind of just thought getting up 3 times a night is just the new norm for somebody in their 70s, I'm pretty healthy. I'm not on a bunch of meds, and, I'm doing pretty good, but I guess this is just the new normal, and I'd kind of resolved myself to that. So sleeping through the night and waking up refreshed, and not at 8:30 like I've normally been doing, but at 6:30, wide awake, I thought, wow, I hope this keeps happening. And it has for 3 weeks now. And then another thing I started noticing was earlier this month, I'd had a nightmare again, and in the nightmare I'll start kicking and yelling and trying to get away from whoever's killing me. And in this dream, I was trying to scoot out from underneath him, and I fell off the bed, hit my head on the nightstand, scraped the back of my head down the knobs on the drawers, and I wake up in a pure adrenaline rush, having this happen, to wake me up. It was a horrible experience. I told my wife, we were kind of laughing about it a little bit, but I said, gosh, at 73 almost, I can't afford to be falling out of bed. Maybe I'll need to get a bed rail or something. So, it was the perfect timing for a product like this to come along. And then when I started using it, I noticed I was deep sleeping, just feeling so good about the sleep, and then realizing I was having normal dreams. And I thought, man, I don't know what the connection is. I don't understand it. A product doesn't heal anything, but it must be giving my body something in regards to the building blocks it needs, and it must be finding that it can utilize it in some way, because the products we take aren't the miracle. Body is the miracle. It has the ability. Any more than a cast that is put on a broken leg isn't the thing that heals the broken leg. It helps the body. It supports the body in doing the thing that it was designed to do. And so often we're doing things that aren't helping the body in its job. And then I think we begin to experience disease. So, it all made sense to me that it must have been something that the body needed. And listen, you cannot put a price tag on what I've experienced. It makes me emotional just to think about it, that I could once again, I'll be 73 this month, and once again experiencing sleep like I had when I was a kid. And I don't care, if there was something more attached to it other than that. That was enough right there. And then when I, have had to walk the journey with loved ones who are struggling at no fault of their own, and watch all my Vietnam friends that are so drugged up and so medicated they can't hardly exist. I felt like I'd found something that in my last years here, as I walk this planet, as my feet are still here on this planet and I'm interacting with others, this is my opportunity to give something back to the world. Because I feel like in this stage of my life, it should be all about, I wished I had understood that more in my young days. But it's really all about what we give. It's all about what we do for others. It's all about coming from a place of service and humility, and reaching out to others and trying to enhance and make better their lives. So it's almost like this all emerged. I never thought I would ever get involved with a product again or a company. I was kind of thought, well, I guess this is that's all over for now. And just to find a company that had these tremendous products, and then to get to meet the people that started it and hear their heart for their mission of what they were doing, was another amazing thing, because the first thing I noticed, they were humble men individuals who had gone through breaking themselves, had gone through disappointing times. One of the owners had struggled with anxiety and depression, and this product had literally saved his life, and it just gave him a new, lease on life, so to speak. And so it meant very much to him as well, and there was such a kindred spirit and heart as we all connected. They had set out, like you said, to make two things, how the products had to be better than anybody's on the market so that people would buy them of their own free will. And then in rewarding people for spreading the news about it. They felt like the only way they were going to grow was because of the people, this person that told another person, that person told somebody, and that person told somebody. And so they needed to really take care of the people they partnered with, treat them with respect, treat them as an equal, treat them and, you know, that they would be involved in decisions that are made so that it would be one for all and all for one. And I see so much division today of people that have differing beliefs that think it's their job to change the other person. And there's only one thing we're called to do in life, I believe. It's what I live by. Someone may have a difference, but I think we're called to love each other, not change each other. It's not our job to change the other person. Our job is to love them. And if we do that, and we all do that, change will begin to happen. And it creates a tremendous unity and a synergy that it exists in like-minded people coming together in that way. And I love it. I felt like this company had that. I don't know that I've never felt that in the industry that I've been in all the almost 50 years that I've been involved. Quite like I feel it here in regards to what these people are doing and how the products affected my life. So I'll give it back to you now, Jerry,
Thank you
well,
very much.
You can see why I connect with this guy. He's just an amazing individual.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Dan.
I think
that just touches our hearts.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks. You know, I wear things, I tell people now, I wear my emotions much closer to the surface now. And I make no apologies for that. Because the hard things that we go through, the hard things we go through in life can have two effects on us. And I've experienced some dire times, but I've always tried to look at how can this be used to make me a better human being, to cause me to be more humble, more thankful, more loving, kinder, more grace for others, less judgmental. And boy, if there's a time in life, we're talking about a product that can help, but boy, if there's a time in life, that's the other part of my message, is that's really what we need to demonstrate to the world around us. So anyhow.
We're with you on that, Dennis. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you so much. That was a beautiful, wonderful, uplifting, heartfelt message for all of us, and thank you for that. And also about linking us and with you, Dr. Shaw, with these amazing products. And of course, now everybody really wants to know more about the products. Dr. Shaw, I think I have a question. I will also, Billy and I can also attest to at least one of the products, which is a brain sense, but I could do that a little bit later. I think the question I had was if you could just kind of give us, like, in a nutshell, I think two things in regards to the company and, in terms of the affordability of the products. And then, of course, you've already informed us about the efficacy of the brain sense. I don't know whether a lot of people understand exactly what mangosteen is. It's a super antioxidant, and why 3 times the power that it now has than before. Just a little bit more about the products, and well, I guess it's time for us to maybe know a little bit more about Common Sense, WW. It's Common Sense Worldwide. That's what the WW stands for.
Right. Yeah, it's actually Common Sense Wellness Worldwide. So yeah, that's the 2 W's. Common Sense Wellness Worldwide.
Okay, thank you.
and people need to note down that they can access these products by going to Common Sense WW, again, Essential Wellness Worldwide.com /Billy Jane. So that's how you properly access them, and we'll all take care of you there. And if there's any questions, we'll be here for you. But basically, here's what's happening. Here's a group of individuals that actually didn't need to start a company. It kind of wasn't their direction or intention. But as they looked around, they had done very well in the marketing arena, and there wasn't a single company they would join. And they thought, that is crazy. We know it's a brilliant industry that delivers, and usually, in most cases, very high quality products. but there's none of them we would join because they're filled with gotchas. And they kind of felt, well, it's kind of broken because of that. So they felt obligated to come back and start something that had all of those gotchas fixed. And they kept saying to themselves, it's just common sense to do it this way. Why doesn't anybody do it this way? And so eventually they realized they were saying common sense so often that they named it Common Sense Wellness Worldwide. So what they've done is, and part of the common sense is, they don't let the overhead get out of hand. If you look at a lot of marketing companies, they have these huge edifices to themselves, these monuments to themselves, these offices that oftentimes have these beautiful corridors, marble lined, or marble floors, and beautiful furnishings and excess. And it doesn't have to be that way. And going forward into the future, it won't be that way. That doesn't work anymore. So, and also you see offices that are staffed to the hilt. And a lot of these people, they're walking around, or they're at the water fountain, or they're playing some games on their computer. I've been in these offices when these kind of things are happening. So it's all excess. And then you have companies that spend money flying leaders in or paying leaders to build. All of these things that are excessive, these individuals are very smart, a couple hundred years in experience combined between them all. They know when to outsource, and they know how they can do it more efficiently and more cost effectively. They work out of the cloud. They said they will never build those monuments to themselves. They know how to run a company with less cost. So in doing that, they can deliver the highest, most efficacious products that these other companies cannot. The other companies can't afford to do it. And as an example to that, yes, at the manufacturer with the mangosteen product, and mangosteen is an amazing product. It's been used for thousands of years in Southeast Asia, where it's native to Southeast Asia. And Southeast Asian people like Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia, they know about it. And it's in their traditional pharmacopoeia, in fact, because it's a very powerful antioxidant, powerful anti-inflammatory. It's very protective to things that might, cause diseases. And just like Dennis explained so well, the body's the miracle, but you have to give it these special things to help it perform the miracles. So mangosteen is brilliant at that, but at the manufacturer, the manufacturer said there's another company coming out with a mangosteen product. So they said, we'll double the amount of xanthones, which is the active ingredient, and that's the mangosteen, double the amount that it would normally be found. So they did it, and they combined it with, as I said, reishi mushrooms, acai, cranberry, bilberry, beet, and other ingredients to make it even more effective. But then they said, can you double it again? And the manufacturer said, his first response was, are you trying to raise the dead? And then he said, were you trying to actually make money on this? Because it's going to be expensive. That's when these founders explained to the manufacturer that we're operating in a different way. We don't need the typical margins that a lot of companies need and depend upon. We can do it for less of a margin, because we are operating in a way that we're not excessive. We're not spending the money where it shouldn't be spent. We want to have the highest, most efficacious products available, and we want to share the profits with our members. So it's heart-centered. Just like Dennis, you can tell he's heart-centered. We've connected with they don't even call themselves owners. They call themselves founders because they don't want to create that separation. They're no different from us. They've actually founded something by distributors for distributors, and everything is based on quality and no compromise. So that's the foundation. But what we're seeing on what the results are mind-boggling. And I know you and Billy were saying you've already got some results. Is that right?
Yes, absolutely. I'm going to have Billy, first of all. Billy, Zaraya, could you unmute yourself so you could let people know exactly how you've been feeling with the brain sense?
Yeah.
Oh, there you are. Okay, good. All right, you go first. Now, you've been taking this now for what, 3 days? Yeah, we've been taking this for like 3 days now.
Okay. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, it's given me more clarity, more focus. When I'm doing something, I'm able to concentrate better on what I'm doing than before. So yeah, it does help.
How do you think it works with mood?
With mood? Oh, fine.
Uh-huh.
Mood's always
okay.
my mood is better. It is better. Yeah, I'd say it's better because I don't get as upset with other drivers when I'm on the road anymore. But because that was a big pet peeve of mine. People cutting me off and things of that nature, and instead of blessing them, I would say something else. And of course, that's starting to change. Yeah, it does help. It helps a lot, actually. It helps you to focus better. Brings in more clarity.
Is it helping you with sleep, you think, or no? Does it help you with sleep or no? I know you sleep like a rock, but do you feel any difference at all in your sleep pattern?
More soundly.
Okay. All right. My turn?
Yeah, your turn.
Did you want to say something else?
No.
Okay. All right. So for myself, guys, when I first took it, I said, well, I don't know if I really need this, right? That's my thought, because I'm usually, I kind of verge sometimes on the hyper side, but I feel like I'm pretty kind of balanced at that level because that's who I am. So I thought, well, I'm just going to go ahead and try it anyways and see if it makes a difference for me. And I've noticed for myself that I'm more balanced, much more balanced, I would say, as far as just activity-wise. Not so. I do get crazed once in a while, especially when I'm excited about products like the Common Sense products. But I think that I feel there's more stability. I think I'm more balanced in terms of maybe mood, which I didn't think I needed, but apparently it seems like I did. I also feel like I am better focused, like Billy was saying. I also feel that I think one of the key things for this particular product for a lot of people that are or feeling like the ascension symptoms, and or feeling more fatigued or more feeling stressed because of the COVID virus and having to contend with people or in families or members or even in the community that are still so afraid and in fear and not get that into your system and not bring that energy into your system. I feel like you can be more of that observer, feeling more like, okay, I can accept what's happening and I'm okay inside. And I think that really kind of helps, and that's why I bring in the balance part of it. But I think that I'm going to see how this also works with, a couple of members of my family who have gone through depression, who've gone through a lot of anxiety of ups and downs, not having the business run like it should run because they're in isolation, and also with like even relationship issues, to bring balance there so that they can see things a little bit more objectively coming from the heart center. So I think this is an excellent product so far, and that's only within 3 days. So and I feel right now that everybody that's on this call, regardless of whether or not you think it's going to help you or whether or not it's going to do any more give some sort of difference to how you are, I think on another level as well, this will also help you spiritually. So the more you are centered, the more that you are balanced with this particular product in terms of what it does for you. And again, the big thing for me is that it passes the blood-brain barrier, goes directly into the bloodstream, will enhance anything and everything that we're taking. Many of you, if not most of you already, are taking the liquid gold, which helps to clean out the entire circulatory system. So this will really, now talking about bringing in the positive nutrients that your brain and your body needs, I think this is really an incredible product. And I'm looking forward to trying the Zan Sense that Dr. Shaw has been talking about. I'd love to be able to try it. There's actually one as well just for sleep. There's one for the gut. There's one, I know I'm missing a few, and these are really affordable, people. It's affordable. So the Brain Sense, if you went to purchase it retail, is $69. And if you go and become a customer, or I would probably suggest just become, if there's a 1X package, or not a 1X, but the first package, which is like $199 for 5 of those products. And then if you want more, then you could go with, I think it's, if I'm not mistaken, Dr. Jerry, is that $4.99? Something like that. And he can explain that.
$4.99 gives you 7.
Yeah.
7 products. And the ability to sample 20 people. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So that's really amazing. So we started out, that's what we did, is we wanted to try a few of them. So we went with the 1X, and that was $2.99. I mean, you know, for a lot of the products that we have offered in the past, it's you know, it's so reasonable. And I will tell you, these products are just truly amazing. We had an opportunity to be able to talk with one of the founders, that's Joe. And again, you know, his testimonials in regards to the Brain Sense and other products are really, truly amazing. So we would never suggest, or we would never recommend anything that we did not feel to be as powerful and as great as they say it is, unless we try them. And now we can tell you that for sure. We've tried it, and you know, the Brain Sense for one right now is really an amazing product. And all of those others, in terms of what they say, I'm sure that they're the same way. I know that Dr. Shaw has already tried the Zan Sense. Maybe you could tell people a little bit about that also, and maybe your testimony as well in regards to the products, Dr. Shaw.
Yeah, I really like that, because I'm kind of like Dennis. Because I have kept my diet really clean over the years, and I'm aware of a lot of different products. And at times, there were times in my past that I had, more than a dozen products in my cabinet that I was taking at once. But the Brain Sense covers a lot of it, because the Brain Sense has everything your body needs moment by moment on a cellular level to function optimally, and in a way that it's in perfect balance. That's the key. And my experience with the Brain product is I do feel more balanced, a lot like you feel, and things that Zorra was saying. I feel very present, very balanced, very focused. And I am sleeping more deeply. I am actually dreaming more lucidly and awakening more refreshed and getting more done during the day. And I tell you, during these times when people have anxiety, they have stress, they have different emotions that they don't know what's going on, the need is great for this. The need right now for Brain Sense is off the charts. And when I am telling my friends about this, they all say, I need that. They all recognize that they need that. Now, the Xanthone product, because of its ability to it's a powerful anti-inflammatory and antioxidant, and has other protective aspects to that. I could go on and on. We could do an entire call on that. What I've noticed from that is my joints feel better. I had an arthritic thumb, and it was kind of constantly aching. That's gone. And I've just been, keep in mind, I've been on this for 2 weeks. 2 weeks only. You guys are just about 3 days and you're already getting results. Just wait. It gets better and better. It really feels like you live a better life. And that's how I'm feeling right now. Just flat out experiencing life from a place that's just better. And in the midst of all of this anxiety that's all around us. So we really need to spread the word. The other joint that I was having issues with is my left knee, with an old injury. And it's no pain at all. So, that's been my experience. I believe I attribute the Zen Sense, it's X-A-N Sense, S-E-N-S-E, Zen Sense, and the S-A-N Sense is short for mangosteen. It's an amazing find, this company. So, well, we're happy to bring it to you, and really always happy to share the latest with you, Jane and Billy, and really great to be here on this call. Thank you.
We'd love to have you and Dennis come again and share more and talk more, and we love all these your beautiful messages for both of you. It just really speaks to our heart in terms of where we all are, in terms of the service that's why we're here, and to be able to give more love to everyone. And of course, it always includes good products or excellent products that are available, not just for us, but for others as well. So I want to thank you both. Dennis, thank you very, very much for taking your time to being here with us. And Dr. Jerry, you are absolutely fabulous. We love you. We thank you so much for bringing this particular product to our awareness. And again, if all of you would like, I have not put this on the newsletter. I will probably do that for tonight. Anyways, you can go to www.commonsense.com/Billie Jane, BILLIEJANE. You know who we are. And go look it up. If you have any questions, you can go ahead and give me a call. 719-428-9746. You know our email also. If I can't get to everyone, at least go ahead and email us. That's always on the website. So for that, Dr. Shaw, before you take off, can we ask you a few questions? I know that some people might have a couple of questions out there. Can we do that? Do you have
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm still here. Yeah.
To leave? Yeah, I don't know what if you have just a few more questions, if people have questions for you as well. Are you available too?
Yes, that's fine. Yeah, we're here to serve.
Okay,
so
great.
Whatever.
Okay, thank you. All right, everybody. If you want to ask a question of either Dr. Shaw or Dennis, please go ahead and press 1, and then I'll go ahead and bring you in and ask your questions, okay? All right, so let's go ahead. First, we're going to go ahead and start with 77. Whoops, sorry, it's building up already. So we're going to go with 775 ending in 9099 first. Okay, so let's go ahead and open up her line. Let me see, where did I lose her already? There we go. Okay, 9099, you're on the air.
Hi, this is Chris in Sparks, Nevada. My question is for Dr. Shaw. Will this help with borderline personality disorders?
It's remarkable when you look at the research. Is it Chris? Is that your name?
Yeah, this is Chris, yes.
Yeah, Chris. Yeah, Chris, it's remarkable. As I look at the studies, it's various psychological disorders, one after the other. And the reason it's been so widely researched in the realms of psychology and psychiatry is the developer of the product had his entire family had various psychoses and bipolar disorders, things like this, resulting in suicides, and it was becoming, he saw the pattern from his parents into his children, and he worked really hard towards, he was an engineer himself, but with medical professionals to put together a formulation, and it was studied in Canada in regions of psychiatry and psychology, and they found remarkable, they were shocked. They didn't expect to find results, but they found results. And we can get those studies to you, Chris, and just let Jane know your email, and I can send you those studies, or Jane can. Jane, I think I sent you the studies, and you can send them. Yeah, it's remarkable. And so the thing I recommend to people, rather than making the claim that this will help XYZ, even psychiatric conditions, we can't make that claim, even though there's been 34 clinical double-blind placebo-controlled clinical studies. Even with that, we still can't make those kinds of medical claims, but people can read the research. And it's amazing when you read the research, you'll find yourself in there or someone you know. There's that much need for this, and it works. It works again and again and again. And the original developer of the product saved his family, and now has saved thousands of people and families. So it's quite remarkable.
Thank you. Super.
All
Well,
right.
I think
Thank
that
you,
will help
Chris.
my friend. Thank you.
Great.
Yeah, thank you, Chris.
Okay. All right. Bye-bye. All right. Next person we have is 857 ending in 9143.
Hello. This is Sue
Yes,
from
hello.
Boston.
You're on the air. Hello, Sue.
Okay, I have a general question for Dr. Shaw and then perhaps for you. But the first question is, I have thyroid Hashimoto's disease. Would any of these supplements interfere with that?
One of the things we recommend when anyone has any autoimmune disorder, which Hashimoto's is recognized as that, is you really need to pay special attention to the gut. And the gut is very compromised, as I mentioned earlier. And what happens when the gut is compromised is the immune system becomes compromised, and then because of it, it becomes weakened and overreacts. It begins reacting to its own bodily tissues, in this case, thyroid tissue. So what is absolutely necessary is to get the gut right. They do have a brilliant gut product, this company, and what it is an acid-stable probiotic, meaning that it's extremely stable. It doesn't need to be refrigerated. Even heat doesn't affect it. Even if you boiled it, it's impervious. Right. You could put it in hydrochloric acid, and it would still live. It only opens up in the proper pH of the gut. So that's one thing it has. The other thing it has is 18 different strains of enzymes. And the enzymes are important because oftentimes that's one of the reasons that we have so many people that are gut challenged is they're enzyme deficient. So there's a lot of undigested food particles that end up in the gut that creates putrefaction, that creates a breakdown of the gut wall. So it's a real important 1-2 punch product, and it's called Gut Sense. So that would be good. But the Brain Sense, I don't see it interfering with anything really. But we must always say, use with the guidance of a qualified healthcare practitioner. We have to say that because, we're required by law to say that. But personally, I see this as very high level, very absorbable nutrition to help all cells. It just so happens to be able to pass through the blood-brain barrier. So it's highly noted to just improve brain function because that's what's been studied the most.
Yes, thank you very much. I had one more question for the host of the show, if she's available.
She's there.
Oh, sure.
Okay. I had one question because I know you folks are very versed in this, but it's very confusing for people in the general public. But my question for you is, how do we know about the Redemption Center's contact information? Like, how do we get on the list? Will it be announced on the news?
Okay.
Like, how is it?
Yeah.
How do we go about that?
Okay.
Because it's very confusing.
I know it is, and as I'm telling people, is that as soon as we get the 800 numbers or the emails, we will have I'll put out a message, urgent call, and we'll bring everybody to our big call, and we'll have a sit-down discussion about where to go, how it's going to be, what are the instructions when you go in, whether it's to the banks or to the redemption centers, etc. Everything will be fine. So not to worry, we've got everybody covered.
That makes me feel better because people really weren't answering. But
absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely. You're very welcome. Thank you for your question. It was great. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Let's take maybe a couple more if we can. Let me see. What time is this? Yeah. Let's go with 208 ending in 8394. 8394, you're on the air.
Hi.
Hello.
Jane, this is Pawnee.
Yes.
Oh, shoot.
Yes. Yes. Oh, I think she'll probably come back. So let me see. I know it. Hold on one second. All right. How? Oh my gosh. 5, 7, 8. Let's go ahead with 913 ending in 6578. Hello, 6578. Hello. 913 ending in 6578. Do you have a question? All right. Okay. Well, no. Okay. Oh, here we go. Here's Pawnee again. Let's go get her. We'll put this one on hold, and we'll go back to Pawnee. All right.
Thank you.
Hi, there you are. You're welcome.
Yeah, I am. Okay, it is Pawnee from Idaho. Yeah, this was just a question for Zorro. If he could,
for Zorra?
Zorra,
Okay.
if he could just tell us, about the Saint Germain, the money that was going to be put in the Social Security. Could you tell us how that works again?
You know
Germain's
what?
Trust?
Yeah, you know what, Pawnee? I'm going to go ahead and I'll have Zorra take care of that in a bit. We're just taking calls right now for Dr. Shaw. So
okay, sure.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put you on hold. All right, everybody. I think I'm going to probably let I'm going to try one more person here because that person had their name up. Let me see if I could find them. Well, let's go ahead and try this number, and that is 360 ending in 9385. 9385, you're on the air.
Hello. The other lady, she has the question that I had, so.
Oh, regarding Saint Germain. Okay, very good. Okay, we'll go ahead and let go.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right. You're very welcome. All right, everybody. Dr. Shaw and Dennis, I think that's it for today. I think people will probably want to go ahead to our website to check everything out. And we'd love to be able to have probably another call with the two of you maybe in the next couple of weeks or so, if that's okay with you. So
Absolutely.
Thank you both so much for all of that information and all of that love. Dr. Shaw, once again, we love you, and we really appreciate all that you bring to us from your heart. So
I do love you guys too, and keep up the great work. So we'll be back anytime you want us. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, bye-bye.
Okay.
All right, everybody. Yes. If we'll go ahead now. Hey, Zorra?
Yeah.
Okay. I think we can go ahead now with our regular show.
Indeed.
Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and the two of the questions, well, the same question actually, has to do with the St. Germain's Trust. That all of the information is supposed to, or the monies from the St. Germain's Trust is going to be going out. I guess it's a matter of, could you give us some information regarding that?
Well, the monies are being, set up for distribution, and they're released already on Easter. And so it's just the process of bringing them out.
Okay, so they haven't started delivery yet, or I thought it had already started some delivery.
Yes, some people receive some funds already.
And what, did they put a stop on that, or is it just a slow rollout? What's going on with the St. Germain's Trust, which is part of all of the prosperity programs, actually?
A slow rollout. It would have been much faster had not this COVID-19 issue come forth.
All right, so it's not really out yet. But do you think it'll come out when
some people are receiving?
Yeah. Do you think that'll come out before the RV, or do you think it's all going to come out?
It will come out. It will come out like the stimulus check did. understand if you suddenly saw it in your account. It would be the same with the Saint Germain funds.
All right. And I guess the question is that going to come around at the...
It will be far greater than $1,200.
We hope so. Is that going to come out before the RV, or is that going to come out after or at the same time?
If it's already beginning to roll out, you have your answer already. Why would you ask that question?
Okay. All right. Thank you, Zorra. Okay, so it's in the process already. All right. That's that question. All right. Let's go ahead and let's see. We'll go now to... no, I don't know whether or not this person has another question.
Go from the top and the bottom.
Okay, we'll go from the top then. All right. Oh, we know who this is. Okay. 530 ending in 8000.
Okay. Can you hear me?
We can hear you, Teresa.
Okay. From Sacramento. And I've been getting through with after this stroke. And, my walking is better and so on. And I, can use the cane well. And I just wanted to know, I met with the cardiologist, and he told me that I may have atrial fibrillation. And he recommended a couple medications, too. And, I think I know your answer, about the medications, but I did want to bring that to your attention and ask if I do have atrial fibrillation, because he gave me a little monitor, a big monitor, actually, and a thing that I have to work with, and it's really difficult to use. So I wanted to check with you on this to see.
The question is for you, Zorra.
I'm listening.
Yeah.
So she has her heart. Yeah, she's where her heart is always pumping very, very quickly. Atrial fib. She just wants confirmation.
All she has to do is to call upon the goddess of her being to calm her heartbeat.
Right. So I guess she's asking for confirmation. Is that what she has in her heart? The heart beating too fast?
It's supposedly changeable. I think that's what it means.
So just hold on a second. Yeah, hold on a second, Teresa.
It is changeable. You change it by your own knowingness. Understand that you are the goddess of your being. You are the goddess of your being. So you understand that. Once you understand that, then you can heal whatever part of your body that you need to heal. Simply call upon the goddess of your being to bring your heart back to its original heartbeat, and it will do it.
Well, I need those the new medication? Initially, I had been on the long medications in the rehab center, and I'm not quite sure. I decided that it's probably not a good idea, to take it. But and I'm wondering would I need a healing for this at this time?
Well, like I said, you are the healer. You are the healer. And you simply call upon the goddess of your being to heal your body. Could it not be any clearer?
Well, I just feel like it's at a standstill. I've already done a lot, but I can't. I like to be able to walk more and in a better way, and I like to move my arms.
Walk better?
Yeah.
I'm going to do a healing on you right now. I'm going to send energy into your limbs, into your legs, into your feet, and you are going to walk. Plain and simple. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Receive.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I receive.
From the goddess of my being.
From the goddess of my being, I am healed, and I know
and I can walk.
And I can walk. And
and
move
I
my
know
arms.
It. And move
and
your arms. Now do it.
And my foot. Yeah.
Now do it. Hello?
Hello?
Are you moving your hands, your arms, and feet?
I feel better, yes, and I'm getting some movement in my arms.
All you have to do is do it. You command your body to do what you want it to do, because you are the healer. You are the healer of your body. The only thing that's preventing you from moving is yourself.
Well, I'm doing quite well. I mean, getting ahead, there's a lot going on,
I think, excuse me, Zorra. I think one of the key things is, if you can, I think that the brain sense would really help you at least to be able to calm down. There's a lot of reasons why your heart is beating fast, and and if you've already seen your cardiologist, then hopefully they've been able to kind of explain that to you. But there are many things that you can do, and that is to help to allay any fears or doubts in terms of how you think. So the brain sense is really one of those amazing products where it actually helps the brain. And then once you do that, then then it kind of helps to calm you down. So and that'll help, irregardless of whether or not you're taking a medication prescribed by your physician. Any medication that's prescribed by your physicians, always put your hands on either side of those medications at least, and remove the toxins just through your intention and through your energy. You can do that so it's safe for you. It's whether it's water, whether it's medications, or whether it's fruit, or whether it's whatever it is. You can do that. If you can go ahead
when you have your prescription, you take the top off of it, you place your hand on either side of it, and you simply purify it. And all the impurities will go out into the ethers, and what is good for your body will remain in your prescription. Take the top off, do the healing of the medicine or the purification of it, put the top back on it, and you are good to go. Understand,
do I need the medication?
Exercise your God power, goddess power. You are a goddess. You have the power to change whatever you wish to change.
I like it. Yeah, I will do that. Do I need to take the cholesterol medication?
You know what? Now, just a second, Zorra. I think that everyone everyone needs to be able to understand where you are, you know, and Zorra is not a physician. Zorra is Zorra.
No.
He knows everything in terms of, well, you know, you know everything in terms of, you don't know the medications. All we know in terms of medications is that it consists of other chemicals and synthetics that's in there that's not good for you. So
right.
if you do the healing for whatever you're taking, you do the healing, you're removing all of the energies that are negative, that are not good for you, so that you're actually taking the product in terms of the purity that it is that your body may need.
Yeah, I had been doing that in the past. I just need to know if I need to take the medication, the cholesterol and high blood pressure medications.
That is up to you. That is up to you.
Okay.
You take your goddess power and you decide within yourself to see whether or not that is something that you need to do at this time.
Okay.
Yes.
You know, you have to, Zorra, I will go ahead and let you go ahead and say anything else in regards to that.
I will not tell you not to take a prescription. I will simply tell you to purify it before you take it. And that way, nothing harmful will come into your body. The purified medicine will then come into your body, and whatever is good for your body and helpful for your body will go into your body, because the impurities will be gone.
Right.
Until you get to a point where you absolutely know that you don't need it. It's like having cancer. Somebody says you've got cancer, right?
Yeah. I'm at that point.
Right. And then
I don't think I need it. I wanted to get Zorra's opinion, though.
Okay. So
on this new medication.
So here, he's already answered that, Teresa.
Oh, okay.
Indeed.
All right.
Okay.
The answer is simple. You purify your medicine by taking the top off, and put your hands on either side of the medicine, and simply say, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I receive from the goddess of my being. Remove any impurities from this formula, so it will not harm my body, and then go ahead and take it. And then if you get to a point where you feel you no longer need it, then do not continue with it. But that is strictly up to you and your doctor, not up to me.
Okay. All right, Teresa, we have to get going here. The only other thing I want to mention also, not just to you, to others as well, is that, if you're in a situation where lots of people still have to work with, what's out there that, whether it's physicians and what they're recommending, you will know at some point. You have to also do your part in terms of, okay, I know I have to take this blood pressure pill because my blood pressure is way too high, right? So you do your magic and you go ahead and treat it. In the meantime, what else is keeping my blood pressure high? Maybe I need to lose some weight. Maybe I need to exercise some more. Maybe I have to have a new frame of a new understanding about what I can do. See, that's where the power comes from. It comes from within. So when you can do those things, okay, so your high blood pressure, if it's related to what you eat, in terms of your weight and not exercising, you have to do all of those things as well that's in this dimension to get you to where, and then start taking all of the other good nutritious supplements or things like that to help along the way. And along the way, you're going to say to yourself, I don't need this anymore. Because you will be able to see that the blood pressure has gone down. You will be able to feel that your heart is not beating quite as fast. And then you're in the movement to have greater health. That's when you can say, okay, now I feel like I can let go of these medications because I don't need it. Now, some people can automatically say, you know what, I know I got cancer. That's what they say, and I don't believe it. And then they go on that particular journey. This journey is all about you. So you take the journey to ascension, to great health. That is you. You can ask Zorra, you can ask anybody else what you think, what they think, but it still comes down to you. So thank you, Teresa. We love you. We'll send you lots of healing, and everybody else. And before this call is over, we'll go ahead and do that for everyone. So let's go on to the next individual. This person is 719 ending in 0341.
Hello, this is Lorraine.
0341.
I live in Monument.
Yes, hello Lorraine.
My question
yes,
is,
you're on the air.
I heard your talk with Stuart a couple of weeks ago. I don't know his last name, and I didn't get information on how to contact him. Stuart Gant or Grant, or he's part Indian.
Yeah. You were given another individual to call.
I did call him, Gawi Lee. He was wonderful.
Yeah.
I just need to talk to someone else, perhaps Zorra. I don't know. I don't know what this message is that I'm supposed to be getting.
I will have Stuart call you.
All right. Thank you. You have my phone number, I believe.
I do.
Okay,
Lorraine,
thank you.
We'll do.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
All right. Okay. All right. Bye. All right. Next caller
number
is.
So I can give it to Stuart.
Yes, I've got it, Zorra. All right. So the next caller is 401 ending in 7419. Hello, you're on the air, 7419. Hello, are you there? 7419? Okay, all right, we'll let you go. All right, now I know that we've already spoken with the next person, but this person may have a question also for Zorra. So I'm going to open up 9143 again and see if you have a question for Zorra. Hello? Hello? Mm-hmm. Okay. Maybe not for you, Zorra. Okay, I think I'm going to go from the bottom. Mm-hmm. All right. So here we go.
Indeed.
407 ending in 1530.
Hi, it's Gloria down in Florida.
Hey, Gloria. Nice to hear from you.
Hey, I just have a testimonial for the, I've got a little frog in my throat here, for the liquid gold RX. I've been taking it for,
all right.
I think I've been taking it for about probably a couple of months, but I've just increased it in the last week or so, and I'm doing 4 sprays 3 times a day. And since all this mess started, I haven't been able to sleep or anything. I haven't seen my family since January, and it's just I'm here by myself with my doggie, and so I just wasn't able to sleep until daylight. But I just this past couple of nights, I've actually gotten restful, peaceful sleep, and I'm dreaming again. So it's plus I'm feeling better. I'm going out and taking a little bit more walks and going a little bit further than I was, and it helps my back ease up as well.
Beautiful.
Good. Yep, it's working.
That's right. That's great.
Yep. And I give my dog a squirt in her food, too, because that's what I think it's Jeff. Is that his name? Jeff said to do?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes.
I'm now on the Tuesday call when I'm around. So I just wanted to say it's good stuff.
Yes. All right. Excellent. Thank you so much for that liquid gold testimony. Appreciate that.
Okay.
Thanks so much. Appreciate it. Okay. Much love to you, Gloria.
I love you guys.
Alrighty.
Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Okay. All righty. Okay. Let's go to 541, ending in 1441.
Hello, this is Nicole from Oregon.
Hello, Nicole. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing pretty good. So
good.
I wanted to ask Zorra about the vaccines. This coronavirus vaccine that's going to be coming out is weighing pretty heavy on my heart. So I was just wondering if you could maybe tell us some facts about vaccines that we could use with people when we have conversations about this. I find that this is coming up a lot in conversations, so I'm hoping that you could share some.
Well, you simply
them.
tell the people that you're speaking with that the decision is theirs whether they wish to take it or not.
Mm-hmm.
However, implore to them or divulge to them that you know for a fact that the virus the virus is in the vaccine, and that when you take it, you will be taking the virus into your system.
So
that is all you need to tell them.
Mm-hmm.
That is all you need to tell them.
Okay. So with everyone getting the vaccine, does that put those of us at risk?
If they try and tell you to take the vaccine, you say no. I will not take the vaccine. Why would I want to take the vaccine that's going to give me the virus? That is ludicrous thinking.
Yeah. It's hard when people we care about believe that it's helpful and it
all
feels
you
like
can do is tell them what it will do.
Right, okay.
You can tell
do we
them
need to be worried
that it
about
will give
getting
them
COVID?
the virus, and it is up to them.
What was that,
everyone
Nicole?
getting the vaccine doing?
What?
I'm sorry. What's that? I'm just really curious with everyone getting the vaccine. With a lot of people getting the vaccine, are the people like us that aren't getting it going to have to worry about it since it's going to be going around more? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Are you not a goddess, my dear?
No, I am. I haven't been worried about
then
this.
What are you worried about?
Everyone getting COVID because they're getting the vaccine worries me. Because
do not worry them. Do not worry about it. It will not affect you.
Okay. That's so good to know. Thank you.
Indeed. Simply tell those you know, those you care about, warn them against taking the vaccine and what it does and what's in the vaccine. The vaccine has a portion of the virus within it, as all vaccines have a portion of whatever they're trying to prevent.
Correct.
So, common sense will tell you, why would you take something that's going to give you what they are trying to vaccine against?
So, again, Zorra, it's about because this is where they are. People believe what's on ABC, NBC, CBS, etc., whatever channels they listen to. And because of what the doctors have been indoctrinated to do and say, because they also are asleep. So when you take a vaccine, and let's just forget about the COVID virus for now. Even with the flu vaccines, don't even take those. So many people get sick just even taking the regular flu vaccine. It's because it's got that portion of it that is part of the whatever the virus or whatever it is that's in that to make you supposedly get better. I know relatives and friends who've taken the vaccine, and a few of them are okay with it. A few of them are not okay with it. They get pneumonia, they get sicker, they're sicker for many more weeks after they've taken the vaccine. So again, it's all part of the old system that is there to try to control people.
And I can assure you that if a doctor tells you you need to take the vaccine, ask him if he gives it to his own children.
Correct.
I guarantee he will say no. Yeah. They will not give it to their own loved ones because they know what it will do.
Okay. Thank you so much, Zorra, for that. All right, let's go on to the next caller, and that is 450-9029. Actually, if people go onto YouTube, you could find, answers as well. Why should we not take the vaccines? And then there's a plethora of information out there as well. And even for children going to school, they have to have enormous number of vaccines to go to school. And the wise ones, refuse. And if you have to move from one state to another so that the children don't get it, then that's great. But again, it comes down to, what are you allowing, right? It's all about, and your choices. Okay, so here we go. 450 ending in 9029.
Yes, hello.
Hello.
I'm Diane from
You
Quebec, Canada.
Hello, Diane.
And okay, hello. I have a question for Zorra about the vaccine, about Trump. Why Trump is letting that happening? Why we know that he knows a lot about what they're doing. Why he's pushing for the vaccine?
He's not the one that's pushing for the vaccine. He also
he's always talking about it.
Well, go ahead,
but
Sarah.
he
You
understands.
he
is not condoning the vaccine. He just says there is a vaccine out there, and the vaccine will be distributed. But it is up to you whether you take it or not.
Yes, this I know. Of course, I will not take it, but I thought that Trump maybe just calm that down a little bit because it's coming fast compared to the other vaccine before, Okay. Jen, can I call you after because I'm having a hard time. I don't know how to listen to Jared Redd's conference online, and I really like to accomplish that.
It's not a. Let me go ahead and talk about the call that we have with Jared, and that is scheduled for today, actually. So
yes.
Again, it's a conference call line, and I don't know what the. You could go to his website. Jared's website is
Yes, I did that.
We are what? Yeah. Okay. And you should be able to get the numbers to call, right?
Yes, but when I go on conference call, is this free conference call? It calls?
Yeah, it is.
It's online on the web?
Yeah.
Okay, .com. Okay, well, I'll try again because I've been trying, and I'm so sad that I can never get it. Is that because I'm in Canada? I don't think so. It's worldwide. Anyway, I will try again.
Yeah. Okay. Otherwise,
thank you
can
very
go
much.
ahead
I love
and
you
re-listen.
all.
Yeah, sure. Otherwise, you can go ahead and re-listen to the call because he always has a replay. So for those of you that miss a call today, you can always go to the replay. Okay? All right.
Yes, thank you.
Very good. Thank you for that question. Okay. All right. Bye-bye. Okay. Next. Okay, talking a little bit about that call that we have before we end the call. So just to reiterate, our call with Jared Rand and Zorra is just a special announcement call. So, we're thinking it's not going to take a real long time at all. And that call number for everyone, especially in the United States, and it's different for other countries as well to be able to get into the call. That's why I'm saying you could go into to his email and see if there's any way you can get into the call if you're calling from outside the United States. But for those that can access, the United States numbers, it's 605-313-5141, and the access code is 303-471 pound. The access code again is 303-471 pound. So, and I'm sure that he's going to I know he's going to mention this already prior to his meditation for today. So it'll be a good call. Everybody should listen. And anyways, okay, so that's that. And let's go ahead. I think, you know what, folks? I'm going to go ahead and bring in one more. So it's got to be a real quick call. Quick, what do you call it? Let's see, here we go. Oops, that's not it. Let's go with 317 ending in 8063.
Hello.
Hello, 8063.
Hi. My name is Rose. I'm calling from Indiana. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. You've got a question for Zorra?
Yes. Well, actually, it's a statement because just to piggyback off of what Zorra was saying, I'm a long-time listener. This is my first time calling in. And I wanted to say, because I served in the military for 26 years, and I'm retired, and I just want to say about the vaccine, that is true, because we have to have mandatory vaccinations when we're in the military. And I literally asked, because I was against it at the end when I was, becoming aware of things. And I asked the nurse, and she literally told me, she said that at that time it was the flu. She told me that the live virus is when they put it in your nose. It's like when they squirt that the vaccine in your nose. That's the live virus, and the virus that they put in the needles is the dead virus that they inoculate you with. That's definitely true about the viruses.
So what did you do?
Well, I made us think about it at that time, but unfortunately I was in the military. They make you take it or you get put out.
Yeah.
So at that time, I took the live virus, and I had to go through, through the situation, because they were saying that you would get sick and, you get a temperature and stuff like that.
Right.
But that was the last time I have ever taken a virus, and I got out of the military after that. I wouldn't take any more shots or anything.
No more shots and no more things in your mouth, in your nose. Okay, good job. Thank you.
Right.
All right, we got to get going, folks. All right, let's do our 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 real quick, Zorra. 5,
4, 3, 2, 1, receive.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we receive. And from the gods and goddesses of our beings, we are in complete, beautiful, perfect health and perfect love, lots of abundance, and we are done, and we know it. Feel that energy coming in from Zorra. Very, very powerful. Okay, guys, we'll see you all at the call with Jared in a short while. Much, much, much love and happiness. Be happy. Send that happiness and love to everyone. Okay, bye.